Hey guys, it's Zacharyah. So today we're going to be talking about time travel and how us as humans have the ability to time travel, okay? And unlike what you see in movies where you have to hop in a ship and then you go to a place, in real life time travel, you are the ship and the place comes to you. So I'll explain. So scientists say that for us to be able to time travel, we would have to have a ship that travels at the speed of light, okay? And the speed of light is it's roughly 186,000 miles per second, okay? But what scientists haven't figured out yet is that we already have that ship. We are the ship as humans. Our thoughts are a part of the electromagnetic spectrum. This means that they are waves of light, okay, shooting out into the universe. And these waves of light, like all the other waves of light on the electromagnetic spectrum, travels at, as you probably guessed, 186,000 miles per second. So what I'm saying is your thoughts travel at the speed of light because your thoughts are light. And those thoughts, they store information, okay? Information from the past, information from the future, okay? And we call this information a memory, okay? And your memories are simply a thought with emotion attached to it. Emotion and other senses, okay? So for you to travel back in the past and for that past to come to you, what you do is you meditate on the past memory. And depending on how strong the emotion is or how strong the senses are, you will bring those memories back into your present life and you will walk into a future with those past memories, okay? And you can also do this for the future. And this is what positive affirmations and meditation is. It's simply you are traveling to a time in the future because you have to realize there are infinite realities. There are infinite realities and we can choose to be in any one at any time. This is the power within. So when you choose to pick, I'm really good at singing, well, you practice that and you walk into that reality, okay? You have the thought and then your body catches up to it. Because our bodies, they're not moving at 186,000 miles per second. If you believe what scientists say, we're actually moving at about, I think it's like 1,000 miles per hour, rotating around the sun. So our bodies are literally walking, catching up to our thoughts. So for a lot of people, they are already time traveling. And they've gotten so good at traveling to a specific point in their lives that they've created a future where they repeat that life over and over again. And this is what we call a time loop. Most people, unknowingly, are reliving past situations in their life, just clothed in a different situation, but shares the same emotional traits as their past memory. Every time you have a past memory and you reflect on it, whatever emotion is triggered, that emotion is carried to your present and future, okay? For a lot of people, their past memories, they don't remember the ones that are filled with joy and appreciation and happiness. They remember the ones that are filled with pain and suffering. This is what we call trauma, okay? And why it's so important to let go of your childhood trauma. Every time someone sees something on television or they're at work and they hear things and it brings back past memories of trauma, if that person dwells on that trauma what they call internalizes that trauma, that emotion will travel to your present. You will pull that emotion from the past and it will be in your present and future life. Okay? Now, the senses also play a big role in this. So when you think about that past memory, if the senses of what you saw in the past, of what you heard in the past, of what you smelled in the past, if those senses are strong too, all of it will be brought from the past and you will see it in the future. Now, you can see this on television, you can see this out in the world, you can see this with your friends. Someone might come to you and mention it to you. They will bring it to you. It will come from your past to your present time. Okay? This is why it's so important to deal with trauma, childhood trauma, because for a lot of people, they are stuck in time loops. Now, what a time loop is when someone is getting triggered by a past memory of trauma and it becomes a reoccurring cycle in their life. Okay? So for a lot of people who deal with poverty, for instance, or fear, anxiety, things in life constantly are making them anxious. All of this stems back from a childhood trauma or a memory where they experienced this painful emotion and that emotion was seared into their memory. So whenever they see something in this present time, it triggers them back to that memory and the emotion gets pulled from the past into the present and they instantly relive the experience. And by instant reliving the experience, they continue the cycle. Okay? So for a lot of people, if they're living paycheck to paycheck, okay, when you're down to that last few dollars and you go to the store to spend money on groceries, or you go to pay a bill and there's something that you want, but you're like, I gotta pay this bill. Well, once you finish paying that bill, now the first thing that comes to you is, I'm broke. Okay? Now here's the thing about poverty. It's not real. It's not real. It's the power that we give money. Okay? Money has no power. It's the power that we give these things. The truth is that there are infinite realities that at any moment you can walk into. And so now we're gonna start talking about traveling into the future. Okay? A lot of people, they're having past memories and they are traveling to the past, reliving the past. For instance, when you look at television, a lot of the things they show you right now are things from the 90s. Why is that? It's because they want the zeitgeist or the cloud of people to all be in the 90s. Okay? Why? You need to ask them. But before that, it was the 80s. And before that, it was the 70s. When I was a kid in the 90s, the 70s were popular. Okay? Everything is backwards. They keep trying to pull you back, okay, instead of allowing you to go forward. And so that's what we're going to talk about now, is traveling into the future. This is why it's so important to write down your goals and dreams and aspirations in life and meditate on them. Meditate on what you want to do in life and see yourself doing it. Envision yourself doing it. Hear what you're saying while you're living it in your mind. Okay? Because what you're doing is you are tapping in to that reality. The reality that you don't see yet, but is there. When you do that and you have emotions about that future life, you are pulling those emotions and those things, the senses, from that future life into your present. Okay? Because the truth is, there is no past, present, or future. Everything is happening now. It's just now. The reason why a lot of people are having these same cycles and experiences is because they're stuck on something that just happened. and they're reliving it over and over and over, so it appears like there's no growth. But just as much as they're fixated on things from the past, they can also be fixated on things in the future, these other realities, the infinite possibilities that you have in life. Okay? I'll give you an example. This is why every 2 years you see a slave movie. Okay? Because those slave movies, they keep people in the mindset of what we were in this 300 years. When this 300 years compared to our thousands and thousands and thousands of years of existence as kings and queens and gods is very, very small. But they want us to focus on that time, okay? So that we will time travel back to that slavery and we won't free ourselves out of this matrix program, okay? So that's just a quick example. So it's very, very, very important that you focus on your future goals, okay? See them, believe them, and I'm telling you, you will pull them into this reality right now and you will start walking in them. So, thank you guys again for listening. For more information on time travel, you can check out my book, Be the Conductor of Your Own Train of Thought, because the entire world hears voices. Thank you guys again for listening. You can find me on TikTok at Project Take Back the Land, on Instagram at Zachary Lee Photo, and of course on YouTube at Project Take Back the Land. I'll see you guys again. I love you. Shalom.